Howdy, y'all. Welcome to HazeandBarrelCraftworks here on the Haze and Barrel Homestead and our humble whiskey room. I'm the Alchemist. And as you can see this week, I'm not alone. I've got with me a fellow bourbon bro. And my fellow bourbon bro, well, he's a noob. And my noob here, well, we did our first flight together how long ago?
It was around 3 weeks ago.
And you are?
A bit of a whiskey wimp.
Yeah, and the Whiskey Wimp and I, when we did our first flight together about 3 weeks ago, what'd you think?
Thought this is a lot of fun, but I have a lot to learn.
So what we thought we'd do is we're talking about that first flight we did together. We had a good time. And so we were talking about it. We thought it'd be fun to bring them here on the channel and go over my last 3 weeks of videos and blind the bourbons that I went through. So I kind of set us up here a little bit, like I do with some of my other bourbon bros that are new on their journey. We've got some cucumber water because cucumber is really good at cleansing the palate. And I've got here some coffee because coffee's good at cleansing the nose. So at any time as we're going through any of these, feel free to take a little sip of water or take a nose of the coffee and reset yourself so that you are sure you're getting on the nose or on the palate the nose and the taste that you think you have.
Yeah.
So at any time, no problem.
It's like a refining measure, right?
Yeah.
To make sure that. Now, if I take like 3 drinks of cucumber water, say I do, cleanse my palate, try the whiskey, how many attempts should I take before I go? You know what?
Everyone's journey is different. So if you're struggling and you think you need to cleanse the palate, cleanse the palate.
Okay.
If you're struggling on the nose and you think you need to reset it. Everyone's journey is different. So it's not for me to tell you how you must do it. It's not up for the next guy to do it the same way you do or do it the same way I do.
But Alchemist, I'm here for you to tell me how to do this.
I'm here to guide you a little bit
on my whiskey way.
There you go, on your whiskey way. That's a good way to put it. So today we're doing the Budget Bourbon Week. Budget bourbons are the bourbons under $20 for any of you who may not have tuned in when I did my Budget Bourbon Week. And so what we've got to start with is Cabin Still. And we've got Very Old Barton. And we've also got Benchmark Small Batch. So if you didn't tune into that week and you want to know a little bit more about each of those, go ahead and tune into my YouTube channel and look up Budget Bourbon Week and see what those are all about. My beautiful bride, she set this up for us, so neither of us have any idea what's in each one. The Glens are marked A, B, and C. You can see by these nice little clips that a buddy of mine from one of my Discord channels he made for me with his 3D printer. So we both have the same in each one, and we have no idea what's in them. Let's get started with A.
All right, let's do this.
And I like to roll the Glen a little bit.
Roll it. The Glen. Roll the Glen.
Roll the Glen.
That's an interesting phrase. What does that mean? And what's a Glen?
Well, first of all, rolling, I'll start there. Rolling is to coat the Glen. Mm-hmm. In my opinion, it puts a little whiskey all the way around the Glen to enhance the nose a little bit.
I'm sure our viewers can tell I'm new to this. Look at me just struggle here.
That's all right. I would tip it a little bit more.
Tip it more? Okay.
Tip it more so you get whiskey around the Glen a little bit more.
Do you want it?
And then if you hold it up,
part, or do you not want it to
get it as high as you can without spilling?
Okay, yes.
And then if you hold it up, you can kind of see how that whiskey just coats the Glen and rolls down a little bit.
It's very aesthetic.
Yep. And then you ask about the Glen.
Yeah, what is a Glen?
Okay, a Glen is a Glencairn. And Glencairn is actually the brand of this glass. And there are knockoffs, but the only way you can tell that this is a true Glencairn is, there you go. Can you see on the bottom of that? If you look into the light, can you see on the bottom of that? What does it say?
The Glencairn.
Yeah, the Glencairn glass.
Oh, yeah, there it is.
Yeah.
I see it now.
So the only way to know that this is a true Glencairn is to look in the bottom and you'll see the Glencairn glass.
Those words.
Yep, those words.
Not,
If it doesn't say that,
Karen, not the Glencairn.
so because there are glasses out there that look exactly the same, but if it doesn't say the Glencairn glass, then it's not a Glencairn. Then it's a snifter.
A snifter.
A snifter made to sniff, to nose your whiskey.
Are you allowed to drink out of a snifter?
Oh, I drink out of them. Look behind you. Those are up there on the shelf right there.
Oh, those are
snifters.
Okay.
Made to sniff, made to nose whiskey and bourbon. And actually the Glencairn was made to nose Scotch, made in Scotland. And it is made to nose actually Scotch, most Scotches. So as you see, I've got an entire Scotch shelf. The Glencairn is actually made to nose lower proof whiskey, which is Scotches are lower proof.
So Scotch is whiskey?
Scotch is a whiskey, yep.
Okay.
Yep. Scotch is a whiskey.
Exactly
Bourbon is a whiskey.
Take my hand and walk me through this, Alchemist.
You betcha. This is what we're doing. So everything that we'll be tasting this week in our blinds are all low enough proof that the Glencairn will work perfectly for us.
Okay.
So the proofs are such that the opening in the Glencairn is a decent size that we will be able to nose these nicely. The proofs are in a good enough range that it'll be work great for us.
All right.
So
looking forward to it.
The Glencairn.
The Glencairn.
You betcha.
So look in that. Look for those words.
Look for those words in the bottom of the Glencairn. Yep.
Okay. Sweet.
All right. So, and to be totally transparent, for everyone watching our video today, we are going to do all of this week's videos today. So, the Whiskey Wimp has signed up to do all of this week's videos today. So we'll go through a flight of 9 today.
Right.
Yep. So we'll have the 3 budget bourbons. We'll have the 3 bourbons under $30, and we'll have the 3 bourbons under $50. All of which are in a proof range that'll work well in the Glencairn.
And what proof range is that?
I would say the proofs that are 100 to 110 or less.
Mm-hmm.
For sure, 100 or less are really good to nose out of a Glencairn. If you have the 120s or higher, you certainly want a little bit more open of a
mouth.
Yeah, that's you go mouth. That's a really good word to use to get that dissipation of the ethanol out and better nose for the higher proofs.
Okay.
In my opinion.
Okay.
Others may disagree with me, but this is my opinion.
Okay, and that is the opinion I'll follow.
All right. Okay, so let's start with A. Again, I think we should roll it again because we let that all of that whiskey
breathe a bit,
go down. It probably all slid down the glass by the time.
Oh, I see.
So let's roll it a little bit more. These have all had time to breathe since my beautiful bride set this up quite a bit ago.
All right.
And then start with the nose. And in my opinion, I think both sides of your nose differently. I think one side gets the ethanol a little bit stronger, and the other side gets more of the notes a little bit stronger, in my opinion. This is what I get every time I nose it.
Do you think it's like a left nostril, right nostril thing?
Kind of a right brain, left brain?
Yeah, it kind of sounds like that.
Could be.
So which one is for the notes and which one is for the...
I'll let you decide.
Oh, wait. I didn't know this was all so subjective.
And I don't know how many of my videos you've watched, Whiskey Noob, Whiskey Wimp. Sorry about that.
It's all good.
But I like to take a sip or 2 or 3 or 4. Because in my opinion, it opens up the nose a little bit.
Yeah.
Because the palate and the nose are connected. So
Makes sense.
after you've had that first sip or two or three, in my opinion, you'll get more on the nose. So I like to nose it a little bit to see what I get, and I don't want to taint your what you think you're getting with what I'm getting first. I'd like to hear what you think.
All right. So the full experience comes on the third sip. It sounds like, in your opinion.
In my opinion, but
maybe for me it'll be 5 or so.
Could be. Could be.
It does get better each sip, I think.
And as soon as you're getting any expressions at all, I'd love to hear what you've got to say. Love to hear what you think.
Ready. You know what, Alchemist?
What you got?
The first sense I'm getting from this tastes like whiskey.
All right. All right.
That's why I'm here. I want to learn it. I want to experience this. So it's beyond the whiskey, more to the hints and the notes.
You getting anything beyond the whiskey at start?
I'm getting like almost like a grain, like a sense of oak almost. That's what I'm getting, and a little bit of sweetness, and a touch of tart, perhaps, like sweet tart.
Okay.
In my opinion.
Now, do you want to cleanse your palate, and move on to the next one, and then come back? Or how do you want to go about this flight?
Well, I'd like to know what you're getting. And
all right.
I know if I am capable of influencing your experience.
Well, you're not.
Oh, okay.
For a budget bourbon, I was surprised at the viscosity on this one. It had a nice bit of very simple caramel on it for me.
Caramel.
Very simple caramel. Nice bit of viscosity. I did also get a touch of barrel on it. Just a hint. Wasn't overpowering at all. When I first nosed it, I also got the first thing on the nose was it was alcohol-y.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so when you first said you got whiskey, yeah, it made me laugh, but yeah, that's the first thing I got. But when I took that first sip, there was a nice, surprising, I'll say viscosity, but viscosity is a relative term, because when you get into some higher end whiskeys, this is where you get a really nice viscosity. I mean, it coats your tongue, it coats your mouth. So I'm saying that relative. So if you're thinking about a $20 bourbon, it's not something that's very overwhelming, like just really impressive. I'm saying that it surprised me for a $20 bourbon that I got this viscosity, this mouthfeel to it. It was nice. And having a note of caramel on it, to me, was nice.
Mm-hmm.
And then having a pleasant barrel note to it was also nice. So this is what I got off of this one.
And I'll agree with you there, Alchemist. Whiskey is very overwhelming. I have so much that I don't know.
I'd say let's move on to B if you're ready to move on to B.
I'm ready to go.
So I'm going to cleanse my palate.
All right.
And I'm ready to roll B.
How's my technique this time?
I would still tip that glass a little bit more. Try to get as much of that whiskey up. And again, this is my opinion.
Is that why they're designed this way, so you can roll it?
I honestly don't know why they designed it this way. That's actually, you got me something that I want to research now. Why did Glencairn design it just this way? I know it sits in the bottom of it like this, so that you have the
like a chamber.
the whiskey down there, so that you can have the whiskey to nose it, and then like a pipe, like a chimney, so that the ethanol escapes. If there's any viewer out there that knows exactly why the Glencairn was shaped exactly like this, put something in the comments for us, so that both the Whiskey Wimp and I can learn something this week as we read the comments.
I would love to see Alchemist learn anything about whiskey, because it feels like this guy knows it all.
No, absolutely not. I don't know. I'm compared to so many people out there that I talk to about whiskey. I'm a whiskey novice. I just enjoy whiskey, and I love looking up. So when the Whiskey Wimp asks the question, I'm like, this is something I get to look into now, because one of the things I really enjoy is diving into whiskey history or whiskey tidbits, and having a bit of a sharing what I learned with people. One of my bourbon groups that I'm in, I love to put a little whiskey story in there every now and again and share it with the guys in the group and gals in the group, and it's just fun for me to share it. So,
have you ever thought of making that content part of your channel, Alchemist?
Okay, Whiskey Wimp, that's funny that you asked that question, because my beautiful bride, actually this weekend, when we're at a wedding this weekend, my beautiful bride, when we're driving and sitting in the truck, she's researching on what a name could be for me to add that to my YouTube channel. So you may be seeing that coming, folks, in the near future, replacing one of my review videos with one of the Alchemist tidbit videos. We'll see what comes in the near future.
Is it standard to not get a whiskey scent on your second blind? Is that normal, or is that the whiskey itself?
Probably the whiskey itself, because I'm right there with you.
Is it standard for whiskey noobs to get kind of, I don't know, just kind of shell-shocked by all the possibilities that run through their head when they take a sip? It's like,
again,
apple, cinnamon, blah, blah, blah.
Everyone's journey's different. The only thing I can say is don't try to overwhelm yourself. Don't think you have to pick what it is. Be okay with grabbing something. If it tastes like something or noses like something, grab onto it. I mean, accept what you think it is, and don't be afraid to throw it out there. It doesn't have to be what it is to me.
So what you're saying is, don't try to impress you.
Exactly. Don't try to impress me. Just what is it for your palate? Because what I get out of something, and then I watch another channel and I watch what they get, I'm like, oh, okay, that's interesting. Or a lot of times I'm sipping the same thing as one of the folks in my one of the different groups that I'm in, and we're doing it at the same time, and we're sharing notes on the channel in a live chat, and they're getting something completely different than what I do. I'm like, oh, that's pretty cool that you get that, but I get this, and we just share it, and it's fun.
Yeah,
it's just fun sharing the different things that each of us have.
I'm having a blast.
Yeah, this is great. I love sharing whiskey with a fellow bourbon bro.
Now I gotta ask you: do you ever see like arguments or fights break out on those channels? Like, you're crazy. It's actually
I do in some, and those are the channels I avoid. I love a good discussion on whiskey, on bourbon. I should just keep it whiskey, because I like all the whiskey.
Yeah.
I like all the whiskey, and I love a good discussion about it. I don't like to fight. I don't like the... But what do you think about this one? We got a lot more to get through
That's
tonight.
true. I'm sorry. I'm just enjoying myself so much. My first hit was what I said in my little quip there was apple cinnamon, and then it was like other flavors were coming down. I was like, kind of like a cidery taste. The smell or the nosing gave me and honestly it was kind of flat. I really couldn't discern what I was taking in. It was it was definitely interesting. I just usually I'm used to sniffing whiskey, and I mean, when I sniff whiskey, I mean, I crack a bottle open, and when I put it in a proper Glen carrying glass, and it's just the smell of ethanol.
I'm with you on this one. To me, this one it's a simple sweetness. There's not a lot on the nose to me, other than you get a simple sweetness mixed with just a hint of the alcohol behind it,
Mm-hmm.
and the sweetness. And then on the palate, you get that simple sweetness as well. I don't get a lot of spice with it
Mm-hmm.
at all. I don't get a lot of barrel with it at all. But maybe a hint on the finish that dries the palate a little bit.
I kind of got that too, and I'm not saying that just because you said it, I promise. But when you mentioned like no barrel, I really was surprised that I didn't taste like any barrel in that. I'm usually used to getting like a wood grainy kind of, or not used to, I should say. The only time I've done this was with you a couple weeks ago, and it was everyone that time. I just remember having that barrel taste.
Let's move on to C.
Okay, sorry. I have so much to say. And I have so many questions.
Well, we've got two more flights to ask all the questions. We don't have to try to pull them all into this one.
Yeah. I just made a new mistake of not nosing it.
That's all right. You don't worry about it. If you find that you like to take a sip or two first before your nose develops, it's not a mistake.
Oh, okay.
No mistakes in it. You do it your way.
I see.
This is one thing I want to impress upon you. You don't need to do it my way. You don't need to do it any other YouTuber's way. This is the Whiskey Wimp's way.
Well, thank you. I do feel like I may be putting some pressure on myself because I just want a nice refined palate.
It'll come. I mean, I've been at this for, I don't even know how long to say, and it was. I got my beautiful bride here videoing for us. You can even, if you don't want your voice to be heard, Mia Moore, a simple nod, yes or no, a year at least before I was even picking out distinguishable anything on.
Yeah.
At least a year probably before I was picking out. Oh, this is this and this is this.
Yeah.
And I thought maybe my nose doesn't work. So it's everyone's journey is different. And all I knew was that I really enjoyed it.
Right, and you just kept with it, and eventually
Exactly.
the palate clicked in.
Exactly.
That's cool. It can be trained, thankfully.
You first?
Okay. Yeah. So this one, Alchemist, I'm getting more barrel for sure, but not nearly as much as the first. It was kind of at the end. I got a barrel taste, and there's again some sweetness, but I feel like lesser than the other one, and it's harder to pick out. Like last one, my brain went bam, apple. Like I get an apple kind of hint to it, and I can't really pick out what the sweetness is here, but definitely some. It does taste a little lighter, if that makes sense, than the previous two.
To me, again, it's another. It's another flat sweetness.
Okay, that's a good. Yeah.
It's not a super complex sweetness. I'm going to agree with you on the barrel, but where I agree with you on the barrel note is, again, it's a dryness at the end.
Okay.
And it's a very short finish.
Mm-hmm.
It's not a long finish. It's a short finish that just it kind of dries you out. But for a budget bourbon and under $20, I didn't expect a lot of complexity. Mm-hmm. The one that surprised me was A. And if I had to say anything about A, I'm going to say that A is going to be the benchmark small batch. If I had to say anything, only because I'm thinking from a bourbon standpoint, from Buffalo Trace standpoint, it had to me more of the Buffalo Trace hints to it. And I could be wrong because I'm not really good at picking one bourbon from another ever. It's just not my forte. I just can say I like this and I don't like this.
Okay.
But it had more of that complexity of a Buffalo Trace.
Yeah, traces of Buffalo Trace.
To me, yeah, there you go. And the other two, B and C, were more flat.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't usually expect that from Buffalo Trace. And again, I can be completely wrong because I'm not one of those great, YouTubers that can pick out this bourbon from that bourbon and this whiskey from that whiskey and know all the notes. I'm just a guy who loves to dive into whiskey history and learn a little bit more, and I love to share what I think about something, and I'm here to really push and want these middle tier $50 to $100 bourbons to grow and thrive, and I want to bring guys like you along a whiskey journey and help you to enjoy it. That's what I'm here for. So I'm not some sort of expert, but to me that's just kind of what I felt. I didn't pick up the complexity in B and C so much. So me and Mar, do you feel comfortable saying what A, B, and C were or not?
Well, can you tell me which one you liked the best?
I liked A.
A best?
I did. To me, it was had a little bit more complexity in it for a budget bourbon below $20. And that's why, to me, that's why I picked it as I think it was the benchmark small batch had some Buffalo Trace complexity to it, I think. But again, I can't pick them out. I'm not good at that.
Which one did you like the best?
I would say I enjoyed B the best.
Okay. So A was very old.
Really? Nice.
I just want to point out that in your videos you like Benchmark the best.
Yeah, I did.
B was Cabin Still, and C was Benchmark.
Very nice.
Oh.
See how I'm not good at picking these out?
This is completely different than what you...
The joy of a blind.
Oh, yeah.
Gotta love a blind. This was fun.
Yeah.
Very fun.
Great time.
Very, very fun. And Whiskey Whip, thanks so much for coming in.
Thanks for having me.
And here's the best fun. We're going to reset here, and we're doing another one here in just a little bit. So, going to set up again, going to film another. And as y'all know, I love having y'all come back around. So please take it easy. Don't drink and drive. Cheers.
Cheers.